Hello, pretty people. Welcome to
Simply Delish Duo.
You guys, today we're going to show you how to make our Ma's delicious chicken cacciatore. Now, cacciatore in Italian means hunter, and this is an old classic and rustic Italian meal that you will love. We grew up on this. We consider this our comfort food.
What I like most about this recipe is it's so easy to make, jam-packed with flavor, and guys, it's all done in one pan, so super easy cleanup. You will love this recipe. I recommend you give it a try. So if you're new to our channel, check out our other videos and don't forget to subscribe. So for our chicken cacciatore recipe, you will need, of course, chicken. So we're using two whole chickens here that I've chopped up. I've cut up into pieces. You can use whatever pieces that you like. Keep the skin on if you want. Take the skin off. You'll notice I've removed the skin on most of the pieces except for the drumsticks. And I've seasoned them with salt and pepper on both sides.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut in. Where are the wings? You got two chickens, no wings.
Okay, so
no necks.
Well, I wish you wouldn't have picked up on that. So I plan on making chicken stock this week, and I went to the grocery store this morning, first thing this morning, to get pieces of chicken because we were planning on using thighs, but they were more expensive. So the whole chickens were on sale. So I decided, let me get the whole chickens. I bought two, cut them up, which I hate doing. I hate cutting up chickens. Cut them up, and I've reserved some pieces. So you'll notice here, not all the pieces of the chicken are in here. I've removed
my favorite parts, the wings.
I've removed the wings and the cavity, like the ribs there.
Oh, okay. I guess so.
Okay,
But you know what? We are having Sunday dinner, so this is perfect. Some people prefer white, some people prefer dark. We have both.
We have both. So whatever pieces of chicken you can stick with breast, whatever you like. And what we'll need to do is we will need to coat the chicken before we fry it to give it that nice sear. So I'll start doing that.
And while you do that, I'm actually going to run through the list of ingredients here.
Okay, yeah, you do that.
So she's coating the chicken. And you know what we do like coating it for also is for it gives it a nice sauce. It thickens the sauce and it gives it a good flavor also.
And what it also does too is it seals in all the juices
of the chicken. Yeah.
So
nice,
you
nice
have
and juicy.
Nice juicy chicken.
Okay, so we have here about 2 cups of mushrooms that we've sliced up, 1 large onion that we sliced up. Now we're using a large can of diced tomatoes, and I think it was like 796 mils. But we've also sliced up 2 fresh tomatoes, you guys. It's gardening season. Tomatoes from the garden, you can't get any better and tastier. So, yeah, Chica went to my mom and dad's house and grabbed 2 of these.
And it also freshens up the recipe too, using fresh ingredients also.
We have 1 large orange pepper. You could use green, red. We had a yellow or orange one, pardon me, in the fridge, so we're using an orange pepper. And you know what? We actually put either capers or olives in our chicken cacciatore. We did have olives in the fridge, so we sliced up the green olives with the little pimentos inside. We're using those. Now, before I get to that, we have 5 cloves of garlic that we've already minced. We have here about a teaspoon of dry oregano and some salt and pepper that we're gonna be using for our sauce once our sauce gets going. And we also have a few leaves of fresh basil, you guys, because we're gonna actually put this basil on top after the sauce is cooking.
It adds a nice color too, and so does
the parsley. Half a cup.
Yes.
I don't think I said the parsley. We have half a cup of fresh parsley. And of course, we are gonna be using some extra virgin olive oil for frying your chicken. So, or you could use olive oil, extra virgin. We have the extra virgin here. So what we're gonna do is, as soon as she's done coating this chicken, we're gonna head over to the stovetop and let's start cooking.
Yay! I'm just checking the oil here, and it's nice and hot. So what I've done is we've added about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and it looks like it's nice and hot. And we will be adding our chicken. So what we do is we just place our chicken in and have it cook for about 4 minutes on each side, so there's a nice sear on both sides. Do not worry, the chicken doesn't have to be fully cooked. we will remove it from the heat, start on the cacciatore part of it, I guess, the tomato.
The vegetables.
The vegetables. And then all our chicken goes back into the sauce to finish the cooking process. So what I'll do is I'll place all the chicken in, and we'll be back to show you once what it looks like once it's seared on both sides. All right, just taking the chicken out.
The last of the chicken.
The last of the chicken, and you'll notice it's got such a nice golden color on both sides. So now is the next step.
I'll take over then.
Sure, we'll switch sides.
Okay, so
Let me move
let's go. Remove some of these chunks here.
Oh, that adds flavor.
I know.
Some chunks.
But, so what I'm gonna do, you guys look at all the wonderful flavor we're gonna have in our vegetables. Maybe a splash of olive of oil. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it needs a little more.
Perfect, just a little splash. Because what we're gonna start doing is we're gonna start cooking our vegetables. So we're gonna add in our salt, our onions, and a pinch of salt, because you know, with the salt, it helps the onions sweat. So for a couple minutes until they cook down a bit.
And let me just turn up the heat. I turned it down so we can remove the chicken. So let's turn it up and let's sweat these onions out, and
We'll be back. So it's been a couple minutes and the onions are nicely cooked here. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna add in our garlic. Now, did you guys notice that we didn't add our garlic in with the onions? Reason being, you don't want your garlic to burn and have that bitter taste, and then you're gonna have bitter chicken cacciatore. So just give it a nice stir. We're gonna add in our mushrooms. Chica will do the honors of just dumping everything in here. And our peppers.
This is such a nice, healthy dish.
Yeah, I love it. So we're gonna let this, before we add in our tomatoes, we're gonna let this cook just for about 5 minutes, you guys. Just to soften it a little bit. And then we'll be back right when we add tomatoes. Okay, tomatoes are ready. So we'll throw in these tomatoes. And your can of tomatoes.
Get every last drop in there.
Yep, with that juice.
And we're gonna salt and pepper again. So we salt and pepper, we season in layers.
Yeah.
So a little more salt and pepper.
You wanna add some flavor to your sauce here.
And pepper. Should we just dump this whole thing in?
Yeah, I dump it, yeah.
Actually, no, that looks like a little too much pepper there. And you guys,
I like high pepper.
Chicken cacciatore is foolproof. Like, honestly, it's so forgiving. You can put whatever you want. If you want more salt, more garlic, less garlic, no onions.
Celery, you could, do whatever you want.
Actually, funny that you mentioned celery. Growing up, because Ma would make this often. It would be one of her monthly rotation meals, if not more than once a month. And it was a good way to hide in vegetables. I remember she would throw in celery and carrots. Do you remember she'd chop up those carrots really fine?
And I'd be picking out that celery. You could find it. You could eat. She thought she was hiding it well, but she did. But the odd one, I'd pick out.
Yeah, but if you want to hide in more vegetables in here, go ahead, you guys.
So what we're going to do, you're going to just have this cooking for about 5 minutes. And then we're going to add in our chicken.
In the meantime.
Oh, yeah, add in the parsley. You can add in your parsley.
And olives, too.
Yep, you can add in your olives now.
And oregano.
Oh my gosh, doesn't this look delicious?
The only thing left to go into this dish is the basil, which we will throw on top.
At the very end.
And the chicken. So, yeah.
So we're, like we said, we're going to cook this for about 5 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes. Throw in our chicken. Okay, as you can see, you guys, your vegetables are cooked down nicely. So now you're going to place your chicken. Now it doesn't matter if you overcrowd, just throw your chicken in there.
Yeah, just not one on top of the other.
No.
Just don't worry about overcrowding.
In the meantime, sorry, go ahead.
We're submerging the chicken in this delicious tomato juice here.
In the meantime, I'm going to grab the lid. You guys, we're going to have it simmer with the lid on. Now, you're going to have it simmer for a good half hour on medium to low heat or until your chicken's cooked.
Yeah, it'll take about,
It usually does take a good half hour.
Ma does it for about half hour,
Yeah.
and we are strictly sticking to Ma's, her recipe, so.
Because Ma knows everything.
If Ma says half an hour, we are doing half an hour. And throw in the
Throw the
remaining juice. If
juices.
there's juice in there, throw it, because there's lots of flavor in your juice. All right, so let's pop that lid on and let it do its magic. All right, we just taken it out and plated it. You guys, doesn't this look delicious? We apologize for the lighting. It suddenly got really dark in here. I don't know if you can hear the thunder.
We have hail, lightning, thunder. Oh my gosh. We already got hit by lightning once. We don't need to get hit again. That's another story we'll save for later.
Quick, get the rubber boots. Yeah, no, you guys, we'll save that story for another day.
So, but we got to put this basil on here. So now we're going to chop up some basil. And you guys, we're going to have this. I have the rice cooker right beside me. It just popped. The button just popped. We have some nice white rice with our chicken cacciatore. You could put this on your pasta and your polenta, on a nice crusty Italian bread, or just eat it on its own with a nice salad.
Yeah, with some bread, dip it in the sauce.
To soak
Oh
up
my
that
gosh.
sauce and juice and all that flavor. So
yeah, so I hope you like this delicious, Ma's delicious chicken cacciatore. Thank you for watching Simply Delish Duo.